Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer sliding in. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, tonight we are taking a look at Moon Knight. This is episode 5, Asylum, and it got real weird at the end of the last episode, and I gotta see what's going on.
Yeah, this has been so much fun. I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see what that hippopotamus had to say.
Yeah, this show has been such a fun ride, full of all sorts of twists and turns I would have never expected, and I gotta see what's going on now.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was still. I'm looking forward to it.
Exactly.
Bring it on, Moon Knight. Let's go!
This is all your fault!
What is going on?
Mark, I didn't shoot you. Your mind is violently vacillating between sense and nonsense. Picture this, all right? Your brain is a pendulum.
Oh, his nose.
You're doing everything and everything possible not to look within.
You're not really a doctor.
Is that why you keep starting imaginary fights in our hospital?
Look, I feel real.
I'm not a real doctor. Okay, well, all right. It's not about me, okay? Tell me, how did you come to be here today?
How did you get here?
I took the bus. You told me that you were in a place that was oddly reminiscent of this office, except that it was in Egypt, right? And that you were with a rhinoceros and...
Hippopotamus.
You're right. You're right. It was a hippopotamus. This hippo could break down the walls between you and Stephen, and we might finally understand.
Understand what?
Well, before you got upset, you were talking to me about a boy. Do you remember that boy? You think you could tell me about that little boy?
Hey, thank you. I feel really great. I mean, I tell you what, I feel like $1 million. Never felt so good. I want to see myself.
Is his jaw broken?
I'm wondering.
No, hey, listen, Mark, be gentle with him. Be gentle with him. Listen, I am not your enemy.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, man. Wow, these men are really amazing.
So, are you two like twins?
No. Yes, sort of.
Hey, great. That's really cleared this whole situation up for me.
Well, that makes 2 of us, because just a second ago I thought that I'd been shot to death.
Oh, gosh. This will really bake your noodle, but I'm afraid you're actually quite dead.
I'm sorry, what? I'm dead? We're dead? Yes. Yes, Mark, I think she's right. I think we died.
Hold on a sec. It's been a minute since we've had a soul pass through here. Excuse me.
This is Taweret, goddess of women and children, and she's guiding us through our journey to the afterlife. Wow. Okay. Right. So this is the afterlife? The
ears.
You'd be surprised how many intersectional planes of untethered consciousness exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Dr. Harrow's right. Dr. Harrow? This is an organizing principle. See, a doctor now. I'll prove it to you. So, like, right through these doors, for example, we go through here, there's going to be a bunch of patients, and there's Crawley, probably about to yell, bingo!
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
This is a ride.
I'm not crazy. I'm dead. Where did you say we're going? We're sending to our rooms. To the field of reeds, right, Taweret?
Oh, so he's the smart one. And you will spend eternity in paradise, the field of reeds.
Balanced.
But before we get there, I've just got to do a quick little...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, goody! It worked! Look at that! Blow your chest wide open.
What? What's she doing?
Oh, she's weighing our hearts on the scales of justice
Oh,
and the
boy.
feather of truth.
Oh, it has to be balanced.
If the scale's balanced by the time you end the journey, then a soul is permitted to pass into the field of reeds. What if they don't balance?
You get thrown overboard. Whee! No unbalanced souls on my boat. Them's the rules. Fingers crossed for you guys, hey?
Okay, what is it, bosses? There's no way we're ending up down there. We're not going to the field of reeds either. All right, what are you proposing? If it comes to it, kill the hippo, steal the boat. Sure.
Now, I don't know what you two guys have been hiding. Get in there and show each other the truth, or your souls will be destroyed.
Yeah, all right. So how are we supposed to do this? Not sure. You think Layla's all right? Yeah, for now. But knowing her, she'll go on a suicide mission to stop her herself. Oh, that means we better hurry, doesn't it? You know what Layla'd be all right with if she were here right now? Don't say it. I'm just saying there is one hippo and two of us, and this shit can't be that hard. And like help each other uncover whatever it is that we're hiding, apparently. Stephen, I don't know about you, but my memories are a frickin' mess.
Oh, it's the bathroom.
You're going down memory lane here.
That's pretty cool. Oh, what's going on over there?
That's spinning the earth back to get the right
night
sky.
Wow. That's wild. Oi, what's this?
Oi.
Steve, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna like revisit every single memory I've ever had?
Oh, this must not be. Oh, is this?
Do you remember this?
Is this the parents?
That's what I was just gonna say. Is this Layla's dad?
I don't know, it's the street. You know, how many streets have you walked down your whole life? Did you hear that?
Oh, they're gonna have to come back to that. They gotta come back to that one.
Yeah, I want to see how that plays out.
Whoa. Creepy calf filled with dead bodies.
That's everybody's taken out.
No prizes. Guessing whose room this is.
Oh, they're going to get constantly reminded.
Oh, man. What, do you know these people? No. Oh, no. Surely not. All of them? You killed all of them? They were criminals, murderers, predators, the worst of the worst. Khonshu wanted them punished. That's what he meant by protecting the travelers with a knife. You remember each person? You tried taking a life. See how quickly you forget.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that? Mark, why is there a child in a room filled with people that you've killed? Steve, don't go near him. Man, what's your name?
Oh, here we go.
Wait a moment.
They're going to go into the wrong room. Oh, he's finally going to go see what happens?
Open the door! Mom?
Never mind.
Oh.
Who's ready? Who's hungry? Roro?
Mom, come check out my drawing. He drew the fish with only one fin.
Mark, be nice.
Just like his fish tank.
I had a brother.
Good
I'm
call.
not hungry. Want to go to the cave?
Oh no, he had a little brother.
You're gone too long.
Hey, Mark. What do? Keep an eye on your brother, okay?
Later, skaters.
A wild crocodile.
Uh-oh. That's...
But it's weird that Mark would use that expression.
I think he created
Yeah.
Stephen.
Can you hear that, Dr. Grant? I sure do, Rosa. Sounds to me like danger.
Dr. Grant.
Mom said not to when it's raining. It'll be fine. Won't be a baby.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
This is going to end bad.
Oh. Oh, that would be so slippery.
Filling up.
You have to get out of here! Don't go any further! The water's rising way too fast! You've got to get out of here!
Oh, no.
Where are they? Stephen! Get back here! Boys! Come on, lads! We have to leave now! Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, boy.
Where are you?
Oh, there's Mom.
It's just a memory. Damn it, Stephen.
now what memory are we going into?
Oh, it looks like
Funeral.
Yeah. There's.
Oh, yep. Holy shit. I saw his picture last second when the door shut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Stephen.
I want my Roro back. What are you doing here? You were supposed to keep him safe.
Stephen, let's go.
Let him drown. This is all your fault.
Hey, Stephen, come here. Come here. Stop. Don't go up there. Stop.
Wow.
Mom, please. Wendy, please. We're just about to blow out the candles now.
She's not coming.
Your mother's not feeling well, Mark. We'll do it just you and I this year. Okay?
Stephen! Stephen!
Man, there's
I don't-
more?
So, because he's not gonna. Because
I don't think he's gonna like what he.
Mark didn't want him to see these memories that he's blocked.
Oh, Mom's drinking.
You were always jealous of him
Oh, no.
ever since he was born. I should have known you would do something like this.
No, let me go. Let me back in there. What are you hiding? What are you hiding?
Mark, son, please come inside.
Dad?
We will fix this. You're supposed to fix this. I mean, why haven't you?
Come on. I cannot lose another son. Please. You're not Stephen.
Dude, Mark. You're doing everything opposite of what the hippo was telling us.
Yeah.
You
got to face it. Remember it.
got to balance out the scale.
Oh, this
has got to be
with Layla's
dad.
Turns out going AWOL in a fugue state gets you discharged from the military. Didn't have a ton of options after that, so I went work for hire for my old CO, Bushman. Job was to raid an Egyptian tomb. Bushman changed the plan, called for no witnesses, and I couldn't live with that.
Is that Dr. Alfuli, Layla's dad?
I tried to get them all away.
Holy shnikes.
What happened to you?
No!
Is this how we met Khonshu?
Yep.
Well,
That's the band.
to Khonshu.
No!
Oh, wow.
Do you make an accidental blood sacrifice?
He was taking advantage of you. Or it was just a way for me to keep being what I've always been, a killer.
Do you swear to protect the travelers of the light and bring my vengeance to those who would do them harm?
Yeah. Look. Scales. Have we done it? Have we balanced them?
Then rise.
Oh, that was cool.
As my moon knight.
There we go.
Baboons? Come on, look. Let's go. So what's going on?
Fear is spreading in the upper world. Unbalanced souls are being judged and condemned to the sands before their time. Oh, this is bad. This is evil.
Harrow.
Yep.
Even if I could send you back up there, you'd just be returning to a body with a bullet in it. You wouldn't be able to heal.
Can you send word to Layla? Please help us free Khonshu.
Are you sure you want to be with Khonshu again? Seems like you really want to get away from him.
I did. It is our only shot. Swear it's gotta be. Please, Tawed, you have to help us. Please.
What the heck? Only path back.
Yeah, I like how she said, "Whoa, don't fall in."
Okay, so get the suit back, get healed, back to life.
Back at the house, there was that bedroom that you didn't want me to go into. That's it. That's what we've done. Just a second. Just wait a second. Just give me a second here, okay? Look, we don't have to go back through it all again. We can just talk. Let's just talk right here, right now. I'll tell you everything.
No, I want to see it.
I'm just begging you. Don't make us go there again. It's not worth it.
Do it, Stephen.
Not worth it, Mark. You're about to lose everything. Do you understand? If we don't get back and Harrow succeeds and all those people die, if Layla dies, That's on your head. It'll be all your fault. No, you can't.
You don't tell him it's his fault.
Stop it. Stop it.
So his mom always told him it was his fault.
Yep.
Didn't you inject me with something?
You watch too many movies, all right? We can't involuntarily sedate patients. Not these days. Huh? I mean, not unless absolutely necessary. Oh.
His nose is broken, yeah.
Reliving these kind of traumatic memories can be so painful. They look and feel so real, and you have been at it for hours. It's really, you've been peering inward, looking deeply into all of the moments that make you, you.
He was kind of walking gingerly. I thought I heard glass.
This is my room. I remember some things, but I don't remember this.
It's not Mom. It's not my mom. It's not my mom. It's not my mom.
Mark, open this door. Open this door right now.
It's not my mom.
Oh, this poor kid.
Oh, there he goes. He did it for the first time.
Bloody hell. Look at the state of this place. Better sort it out before Mum sees it.
Mark, open the door right now.
Scale.
Stephen Grant has no fear.
And that's who we always looked up to. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Open the door right now. You're gonna learn to listen.
Come on.
I didn't have to make him do
I want to see what she did. I want to see what she did.
disgusting.
Oh my god.
All this time I thought I was the original, but I'm just something that you made up. You've got to live a happy, normal life. But it was all a lie, wasn't it? So what? What, you want to remember the truth? That you had a mother that beat you? That made your life a living hell? You're lying, you're just trying to upset me. But you've gotten to live thinking that she loved you, that she was kind, that she's still alive.
Oh, wow.
He's always calling and leaving her voicemails.
Dad called me after all these years about her shiva, and I couldn't do it. This is all wrong. This is all wrong. Stephen, I'm sorry. No.
And Oscar is crushing this.
Hold on a minute. What's this? It's good to see you again. What is this? Is this some kind of test?
Stephen, I'm your doctor, remember?
You're my doctor.
I'm here to help you.
Dr. Harrow, yeah? Is it?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's so strange. Little haircut, little silly tash there. It's very Ned Flanders.
Oakley dokley.
I asked Mark to open up to you. Did he get a chance to speak with you?
Yeah, well, he lied to me. That's what he did.
And what do you feel that he lied to you about?
Oh, nosy.
Would you like to speak with her? What do we call her?
You don't have a number, do you?
Yeah, we have it on file. Hold on, let me just get Dylan.
No, actually, don't do that.
It'll take 2 seconds. It'll make you
Don't
feel
bother
better.
her.
Hey, Dylan.
Ethan's voice in this.
She's afraid of telesales
Sure,
people,
she'll
so she...
talk to you. Sure, I'm sure of it.
Don't bother her, please.
Hello, Mrs. Grant. Yes, this is Dr. Harrow. Stephen's here. He'd like to speak with you. Would you like to speak to your mother?
My mother's dead.
It's just a dial tone.
Yeah.
God, we're gonna find out how old Mark was.
Oh, that's the shot.
Yep, in front of the Lincoln. There we go.
Not again. Hey, Mum. Hey, you all right? Yeah, would you believe it? I am totally lost again. I don't know where I am. What an absolute muppet. No, I know I did it again. But I don't know, I'm looking down a street. Kind of looks a bit like Mayfair. I think, oh, driving on the wrong side of the street, yeah. Sorry. This is it. Mom's death in Shiva 2 months ago. This was the moment our lives started bleeding into each other. I couldn't face that again. All those horrible things that she said to you, she was wrong. It wasn't your fault. You were just a child. It wasn't your fault. Hey, did you feel that?
Oh, the ship.
I think we just stopped.
she finally get him a way out?
Yeah.
The gates of Osiris. Come on, hurry.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I've never seen the gates to the world above so close.
How do I open them?
I'm so sorry. Your scales never balanced. Our journey's come to an end. I cannot stop the inevitable. I was really rooting for you guys.
They were balanced before. Oh.
And we got zombies.
Brains.
Mark, they don't look very friendly.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
I got this.
Oh, that snake punched his face off.
This doesn't look good for Mark.
Oh! Oh!
I didn't think that one out, Steven.
Right to the face.
Mark, you've got this. But if I'm you, means I've got this too.
There you go.
Atta boy.
Batter up.
Oh!
I prefer cricket.
Oh.
Like Negan did to Glenn.
You find
I
that
did
funny,
say it,
Dave?
I did say it.
I think it goes.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
There goes Steven.
Oh.
Steven! Steven!
Are we going to lose the Steven side of him?
Steven! Run! Wait! Run, keep coming! Keep the boat! Grab the boat! Wait! Wait!
We are, aren't we?
Oh, good.
Yeah. Now Mark's going to have to face everything himself.
What a wild twist to this story.
Stop the boat! Stop the boat!
Oh, it's balanced.
The scales are balanced.
That was the final step.
We had to let go of Steven.
Yeah, to come to
Yeah.
terms with what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of shifting to a different
Yeah.
personality.
Having them handle it instead of him.
He had to learn to handle it.
Oh my God.
What a ride.
Mohammed Daib, if I'm saying that right, great job directing this. Wow. Oh my God.
This whole series has been so unexpected, and I certainly did not expect the four of us to be this enthralled with this episode to the point where I'm sorry that there wasn't much reaction for it, because we basically just sat back and watched this and were so zoned in on it. Oscar Isaac, holy cow, way to just put a series on your back and just piggyback it the whole way through. What an absolute just masterclass in acting and conveying emotion, and depicting two completely different personalities. For us, it seemed at the same time, I don't know what kind of tricks they might have used behind the scenes in terms of when he shot certain scenes and how they did it, but either way, just incredible. What an absolute outstanding performance by him. And like I said, it was a whole episode with essentially just Oscar. We had Ethan Hawke, not Ethan Hunt. We had Ethan Hawke in there
You're doing it again.
for a very little
Only took
bit.
5 episodes.
Got it eventually, but he was in there for a little bit, but a great portrayal as the doctor that he did. And this was just wild. I mean, I don't want to say that something like this was expected. This was the turn they were going to take with it, where it was more of like a disorder that he had. I didn't know how the personalities were going to be explained, but it is something that we've seen in other movies before, certainly. But this was just awesome, the way that this whole episode played out, and it's so different from the whole all the other episodes we've seen beforehand were kind of fun, or they were campy, or they were action-packed, or, they had some fun. This one was just completely different from the rest of the series and really explains, Mark and Steven and the Moon Knight and how it all came to be. And I did not expect any of this at all, for sure. There was a lot of scenes in there that were, pretty difficult and hard to watch, quite honestly. Anytime you see, scenes like that with children in it, of course, it's going to be, pretty hard. And we learned how everything came to be with him and his brother and the cave and what happened. And I was glad that they... granted, it's Disney Plus, it's a Marvel. They're not going to get, too overly intense or graphic with it. But yeah, I liked how they just kind of left it as, this is what happened. We don't need to show you what happened in the cave, but it was all implied. And then all what happened with the after effects of everything, and how Mark's life changed and where things went, and the relationship with his mom and his dad and what he ended up doing. That was just crazy. And again, not to be expected at all. So bravo to everyone involved in this one. I can't imagine this show doesn't get a second season. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it certainly deserves it. If not, perhaps a movie series going forward, because I think it's incredible. I love the Moon Knight character. It feels so new and fresh and different from everything else that we've seen prior to Marvel. And hey, they need a new guy. They need somebody to pick up the reins and run with it and get the ball across the end zone. I think Oscar Isaac's the guy if they want him to be, because he's clearly got the chops to do everything. So this episode was just incredible in my book. I loved it.
Yeah, the acting in this was just phenomenal by Oscar Isaac. You just can't say that enough. Especially, you go in it's hard enough for some actors, right, to just play one character. They want to make sure they do the character justice, do it right, do everything they can in their power to bring that character to life, so to speak. Oscar Isaac had to do it with two. Now, in the comics, there's a third. But he had to do it with two, and he did a great job with doing the balance here. And then with this episode, diving back to his past, you had to get the balance, right, between Mark and Steven, and they went into that, and that how Steven was created. And, and I can see Steven, and he's like, really? Like, you did that to me? Like, I thought I was here from the get-go. I thought I was original, and he weren't. He was just, made, so to speak, because, he wanted to escape his life, and that was his way he thought about doing it. And then to find out all these other things that have been happening, before, he always just thought, oh, I got lost again, or I got this. It was Mark was going through a traumatic experience, like his mother's passing, and he transformed into Steven to get out of feeling any sort of feelings. And it was just amazing to watch how good of it, because Ethan Hawke, I know, is an amazing actor, and he's playing secondary to Oscar Isaac. That's because of how good of a job he's playing third to Oscar Isaac behind Mark and Steven, because that's how good of a job he's doing at these two characters. We didn't have as much action as we wanted or any of that, but this, I thought, was a very well done episode to show us the whole history and the whole reasoning behind it. And I love that they did the little tease there at first to show him by the Lincoln, and then they came back to it, and that was the final scene, which seemed like that was them bonding. And so we thought that'll be what evens it, but no, it was him getting rid of Steven and facing his fears and all that to finally be balanced. And so I know I said at the beginning, but I'm ready, willing, and able to see the final episode of this season, because it has been amazing and it has been a pleasant surprise for me.
Yeah, the first handful of episodes with this show, I guess I found the dual personalities to be kind of funny and amusing, but I was kind of, you get a handful of episodes in, you're like, okay, but where are they going with this? Yeah, where are they going with this? And you're getting in and you're waiting for something, and what an absolute masterclass in storytelling and acting this episode was. The director, the writing, Obviously, Oscar Isaac's performance, Ethan Hawke's performance. The answer brings up a good point. Like, oh, Ethan Hawke was second. Well, actually, he was third because Oscar Isaac had to act two different characters. And I think the easy way out, I don't necessarily the easy way, but the way that Marvel could have done this is, you could have shown him with Ethan Hawke saying, well, I had a very traumatic experience when I was young, and I created or reverted to another personality to help escape that traumatic experience. And they could have said that, and you would have been like, okay, well that makes sense. Like, now we know why, because he had something traumatic happen when he was young. But they didn't just do that. They took you through it, and the way they tied it in with the story about the scales needing to be balanced. What an incredible metaphor for, at some point you have to learn to, I don't want to use the term deal with, because I think that might be a little bit insensitive. You have to learn to come to terms with the trauma that you faced in the past. And I'm not somebody who experienced any sort of, normal trauma outside, some high level stuff. My mom was bipolar, and I dealt with some interesting times as a child, but nothing like here. So I would not say that I've ever had a traumatic childhood experience. So I'm certainly not saying that I can relate to that, but what an incredible way to tell that story. And the fact that they showed what happened and they showed the parents' response, and you just felt bad all the way around. It's like you didn't want to judge the mom, because as a parent, there's nothing worse than losing a child. So, and you can't tell a parent how to handle that situation. You can say, hey, you need to be strong for your other child, and those sort of typical things, but you could never really tell a parent. So the way that they told that story of how Stephen came to be, and how when when things got rough, he reverted to Stephen. I thought this is just a beyond brilliant storytelling. It was a heavy episode. I think Nathan Quinn had said, there might not be a lot of reaction for this one other than like, oh, or head in the hand. But it was just because how powerful this was. And just to kind of go back to what Answer said, I mean, okay, we need you to knock this one out of the park.
Yeah.
But as two different,
then get right back in the batter's box.
As two different characters, and then at the end, it's like, oh no, we're losing Stephen, and it's like a character that you've come to love, but at the same time, it was representative of like he's finally coming to terms.
Yeah, he has to let him.
The scales are balanced. Look, we've watched a lot of Marvel programs, shows, whatever you want to call it. Programs.
Grandpa over here.
Programs.
My stories are on.
And there's been a lot of great writing. This, for me, is up there with just peak writing for anything that Marvel has done, and just an incredible way to kind of wrap up this part of a story that they really, I don't want to say teased, but they kind of kept you in the dark a little bit for the first handful of episodes. I wouldn't have thought that Stephen was someone he created to help deal with trauma. I would have, I would have never, kind of, connected those dots.
Yeah,
so,
I was thinking it was something with the gods involved.
Yeah, I thought something like that. Like, look, maybe he met Khonshu, and Khonshu needs to have a different person, and so I guess that's kind of what I would have thought also. But I'm absolutely blown away by this episode.
Yeah, I had no idea what we're going to get into for this episode, and wow, what a ride was this that we went on. I almost felt almost borderline emotionally exhausted because of the ride that Mark and Steven took us on here. And shout out to Antonia and Fernanda, Wendy Spector, and the Tarot, because they were Wendy Fernanda. She had to display some real hatred emotions towards a kid. Mm-hmm. So delivering that, shout out to you for that. And then, of course, Antonia, and yeah, I hope I said the right. Apologies about it. You guys know me by now.
They'll reach
Can't
out to us and let us know.
pronounce names to save my life. She made me want to be friends with a hippo. It was just a welcoming voice.
Careful.
Yeah.
Careful now with
Not well in this context, not
that
real
kind of
life
hippo, yeah.
context. But and it was just those two and Mark and Ethan Hawke that were really. And don't get me wrong, Khonshu made an appearance, right?
Yeah.
And one of the actors, the dude who injected him,
Yeah, I
but they
think
were there for
Billy.
like a second.
Yeah.
But those three people, I mean, it was on Oscar, but those 4 total on this episode were them. So shout out to all you guys. Shout out to the writers for, what I consider probably this. I don't see how episode 6 tops this,
Yeah.
and it's not saying that's a bad thing. It's just I feel like the emotional peak hit its highest at this point, but just on a different level, right? Because of the journey that we got to see of why Mark is who he is. And I would never have guessed. I know they kind of mentioned the DID in earlier episodes, right? But I was thinking, well, how are they going to tie that in? You know, like
I
obviously,
think it's DPD, dissociative personality disorder.
Well,
DPD, dissociative. Excuse me, you are right. It's
As DID,
dissociative
yeah.
identity, not dissociative personality. Sorry.
Yep. So with that, I was kind of curious how it was all going to tie in. I never would have guessed it would have been, starting with the death of his younger brother in a cave, or however that ended up happening. As a parent, you're always trying to protect, and you also want to give that trust to your young ones of saying, hey, yep, you can go over there, just stay away from here, right? And just hope the expectation your child isn't going to be too curious enough to like push the line or push the boundaries, just because they're kids and they're always curious. So just being in that, trying to put myself in that situation is just crazy. I know I probably could be labeled as a helicopter dad, but it's it's kind of like cases like this that remind me like I shouldn't be like overprotective. Got to let them spread their wings, but at the same time it's like, hey, I know what's going to happen here, so let's stay away from there. And as a parent, you just try your best. I'm not saying what Wendy did here was wrong by any means. So just again, heavy emotional impact episode that I was not expecting at all out of this. What a journey, what a ride. Shout out to everyone involved. So
Yeah,
I can only imagine what episode 6 is going to be.
Yeah, and they didn't just, like you pointed out, they didn't just gloss over it. And because
they spent some time on it.
Obviously, yeah, Oscar could have done a great dramatic read about it, and we had been discussing that as well. But they dove into it head first, let it breathe, showed the whole thing work out through the entire episode instead of just glossing over it. I thought that was how it was brilliantly done well too.
Yeah, and it went pretty dark for a Disney Plus, which for the whole episode, for what Wendy was doing, and just for a Disney Plus show in general. I know Disney has some stuff that's a little edgy, but typically these Marvel shows have kind of ridden the line of being, PG-ish, and I don't know what this was rated, but it certainly had to push the line a little bit, I think, and definitely gave people something that they weren't expecting for this character, I think.
Well, I would like to also mention that they did give us the backstory of how he actually became Moon Knight. So it wasn't that it was all
they
just
covered a lot
about Stephen and Mark. They put those two together. So it's what a brilliant episode.
It almost feels like the next episode's just going to be kind of cleanup duty. Like, okay, he just has to go and stop the souls coming down when they're not ready. So he's got to go stop Ethan Hunt. See, I did it! It did it!
There it
Ethan
is.
Hawke's character.
There it is.
Oh, Tom, you were just too good in Mission Impossible.
It's right there on the screen, by the way, folks. It's like 5 feet away.
But no, so like it seems to me that our last episode will be Mark meeting back up with Layla, probably stopping Arthur and stopping him from sending the souls down prematurely. And that kind of seems like it's going to be a bit of a wrap up, kind of put a bow on it. Like this was the big episode, I think.
Yeah.
And this was kind of the peak one of the season. and the next one will just kind of be wrap up. And we had seen that with some other shows. Mike Flanagan kind of did that in a few of his shows, where the second to last one was peak.
Well, I feel like we still look. This was peak. Look, I don't care what episode they do next. This is peak storytelling. But I think we still have a lot of action coming in the next episode because we still have to look. He's coming, and what was implied at the end. Hey, those are the gates to go back up. So we still have a lot. We need to find out what happens between him and Arthur Harrow.
But to Quinn's point, though, we have action coming. That's not going to emotionally draw you out like this did. The emotions out of this one.
He's probably going to get the suit back. He's going to do what he has to do. He's going to kick some ass.
Well, he's got to, say stuff to Layla, too.
Yeah, we got to wrap that up because he has to eventually tell her the full
story because we saw the full story instead of just her thinking.
Is there any coming back from that? Does she forgive him? I don't think so. I think maybe
she doesn't need to forgive.
No,
maybe
I'm not saying
way, but
I'm not saying she will. I'm just wondering if this is the point where they just kind of split.
Well, then also too is Mark going to be fully honest with her, tell her about how he created Steve and everything to get away from his child.
Very interesting.
And they're only going to have 40 minutes.
I got a lot.
We only saw the next one's 44 minutes. So Marvel, that means probably 39.
39, maybe post credit. But this was a really good episode to watch. We had fun watching. Hopefully you did too. So for Diamond Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.